Hi, y'all. This is Michelle, and it's Monday, June 8th, and the strawberry moon has just passed, and the eclipse has just passed, and it's been kind of a crazy roller coaster with everything going on. So, we're going to have our tarot reading again today. And if you were with me on Friday, I pulled from the Oracle of the Unicorns. And I'm in love with this deck. It is gorgeous. I just opened it the other day, and so I'm going to do that again because I like it a lot. So I'm going to ask my spirit guides and my angels to help me pull a card for each of the signs today. And I'm going to ask the cards to give me what you need to say for each of the signs. And that would be Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Just in case you don't know your signs. You're going to learn them listening to me. So now I'm going to cut the deck. And we're going to see what everybody gets. So for our Pisces people, it says support. This is a card that says ask for help. Don't be all strong and bad and think you can take care of it all. We all need each other. You know, like that song, Lean on Me. We don't want to hear me sing. Anyway, we need each other. We need each other's help. We need each other's guidance. So today, Pisces folks, go ahead and ask for help if you need any. Now for our Aries, which is a fire sign. And the moon just went into Sagittarius, which is another fire sign. And so that means that right now everything's really intense. And it's even more intense for those folks who are already fire sign. And this one is strength. Isn't that a gorgeous card? So anyway, strength is, we all have strengths. But the deal is are we willing to let our strength down to be weak, which is another form of strength. Strength is not just about brute force. Strength comes from within. Strength is what makes us get up in the morning and go to work when we're still tired because we had to stay up with a baby. Strength is what makes us keep going when we've cut the grass and now we have to weed eat it. And we're a 61-year-old woman and exhausted. That's strength. Strength is not just brute strength to be able to, swing a hammer or something. It's something inside of us. So today, Aries, use that strength, that fire that is within each fire sign. Now for Tauruses. As we all know, I'm a Taurus. And I like this. It says magic. Make a wish, believe in miracles, magic surrounds you. Oh, that's really nice to hear. And magic is everywhere. Magic is when you go outside and you pick your first strawberry because the birds didn't get it. Magic is seeing the baby kittens on your front porch. There's magic in everything if we just look for them. That can be magic. Okay, now moving on to our Geminis. And this is a sanctuary card. Isn't that pretty? It says, take time out from the world. It says to basically find time for yourself. And Geminis, as an air sign, you're probably feeling overwhelmed by the moon being in Sagittarius. Because, well, rather not the moon being in Sagittarius, but the eclipse was in Sagittarius, and it gets confusing. I'm not a sciencey person, as we know. But anyway, I forgot what it's called. The Mercury retrograde is in Sagittarius. So what that means is that the air sign, think of what air does. And then Sag is a fire sign. So what does fire do to air signs? It absorbs them. So it makes, and it like absorbs all that air, and it makes the air signs just feel a little overwhelmed. And that's what's going on right now with all of our air signs. So Geminis, I know right now you're struggling. And it says to find your place. It's sanctuary. Find your place of comfort, of solace. Recognize that this is a really hard time for you, Geminis, and it's okay to be hard. And give yourself grace and find that quiet place where you can go every day. Now for our Cancers. What I'm seeing for our water signs, because if you just saw our water sign before, it was the last one, which was Pisces, with support. This is Cancer, our next water sign, and it says receive. So what I'm seeing for all of you water signs is that you have to learn to accept from other people right now. And maybe because once again, you're water, you know what happens with air, with fire and water. And since Mercury retrograde is in Sagittarius, which is a fire sign, and your water signs, that's what's going on here. So for our little water signs, not little, for our water signs, receive what other people have to offer you. That can include just comfort, solace. I'm not saying that they're going to just hand you something, but receive from other people. Don't be too prideful. Understand that sometimes we all need something from someone else. Now, Leo, y'all are fire signs. So fire and fire makes it really intense, but y'all are probably doing okay. But this card is nature. And you need to ground yourself in nature right now because fire and fire can still consume each other. You know, like when there's a fire out of control, like a forest fire or whatever, they will put a fire to go the opposite direction so that they will burn themselves out. So our fire signs, because Mercury retrograde is going on, if they don't figure out how to coexist with that fire, they can burn themselves out. So right now, Leo, I need you to take time and spend time with yourself and to ground. Now, one of the things I do every day for my grounding is when I go check on my garden, I go barefooted. Because I'm touching the earth. I'm getting in touch with that earth. I might go sit on my front porch and just enjoy the birds singing and the trees and the wind. And that's grounding. So you need to figure out what is grounding for you. Now we have our Virgos. And this is a goddess card. Isn't she gorgeous? And this goddess says that she's kind of like the high priestess in the tarot. She's saying that you've got all your answers inside of yourself. You have the wisdom and the knowledge that you need if you will just tune into that, Virgos. So I want y'all to take the time to tune into yourselves and to find those wisdom and those answers. Now we're going to have Libra. Now Libra, once again, is air sign. So that's is running into problems right now because of the fire signs. And this is a gentleness card. See, it says gentleness. Well, I think the reason that y'all are getting that is because you need to be gentle with yourself. This is a time when the air is at risk of being consumed by that fire that's all around us. So you need to learn how to be gentle with yourself and give yourself grace during this time period. Now for our water signs once again. And this is a friendship card. And that's not the same as the receive and support, but it's very similar. So Scorpio, you need to learn to receive from other people. It says seek out your soul family. And we all have our soul families, but we also have our physical families. But sometimes our physical families aren't our soul families. Sometimes our physical families actually are the antithesis of our soul families. They don't see things the same. And especially at this time period when we're going through so much unrest, between COVID and between the riots, we've got some problems going on in our country. And there are those of us who quarantine more than others. I'm not saying I was the best at quarantine, but I definitely quarantine more than other people. Um, and I know a lot of people who are really upset with everything that's going on in this country. Um, the problem is I hear people saying things that are so obviously racist. And so right now, those are not my soul family. And I don't know for you who is your soul family or what is your soul family, but it's time for you to find that soul family so that they can support you during your time of need. Now for our Sagittarius, once again, it's a fire sign. But fire and fire can burn itself out. But in this card, it's a freedom card. And it's saying that to live wild, do what you need for you. Go to a party. Revel in the fire around you. And actually, this is our Sagittarius, and it's Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. So you're like double sagged right now. Not only is that your sun sign, that's what's going on in the world around you. So you're probably feeling consumed by yourself, but you also feel energized and excited because this is your time. So go with that. Find what it is that will give you the excitement and the passion that you need in your life right now. Now our Capricorns. Capricorns, this is hard for you. It says flow. So I think that you're supposed to go with the flow. But as an earth sign, that's really sometimes difficult for you because we're intense people, but not the same as the other signs. It's different. We're more, well, it varies, but it's an earth sign. So think of earth and fire. Once again, we can be consumed by what's going on in the world with Mercury retrograde. We can be consumed by what is happening in the world around us. We can get consumed by that is going on. We can be the type of people that all we think about is COVID. All we think about is racial inequality and how to correct that disparity. So we need to learn to have that balance. We need to find that balance in our lives. That doesn't mean we shouldn't fight for what we believe in, but we also have to not be consumed by it. And to go with the flow to some extent. Once again, that doesn't mean you don't fight. It just means that you have to find your own flow. Maybe that's meditation or what have you, but you don't need to let this consume you 24/7. And our Aquariuses, once again, we're back to air. And this is an expansion card. Expansion means for you to spread your wings and soar, share your message. So you need to expand your message. You need to expand your wings. I almost knocked down my tree. Expand you. Find what it takes to expand you at this time. Find what it takes for you to soar and to fly. And that's it, folks. But I do want to say, everybody, really and truly, we're going through a really hard time right now. And I want you to know that there are things you can do about it. You can do meditations on social equality. There's things like that. Y'all can PM me on my Facebook page, Michelle Roller Psychic. Please go to my page and like it. If you want a private reading, send me a PM or send me a text 405, oh dear, 405 502 9400. Oopsie. 405-512-9400. Send me a text and I can schedule something with you. And just let me know how everybody's doing. Just drop me a note and tell me you're doing fine. Just drop me a text and tell me you're doing fine. Because right now it's really tough and we need to support each other and love each other. Namaste.